it be that we would strike the ground for you will give us victory, God? I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of shouting and singing. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of victory.
What's happening, guys? Celtic CC here. I'm on my main account, and this is State of Things Part 16. I would have put in a different intro. It's a clip of a song that's been released by a trans hard techno DJ and producer called Mario Ranieri. It's called The Sound of Victory. I also put it on my community page on Lunatic on my other channel, and it's a banging tune. Like, so if you like techno, go check it out. Like, I've always been into trans, like, do you know what I mean? Right, so thanks to Taz for bringing this up. Just so you know, when I'm smoking, which I'm doing now, it's drum tobacco I'm smoking from the UK. I'm not smoking weed. I don't smoke weed anymore. I did, like, you know, when I was younger, but I don't get on with it, do you know what I mean? But I do like my tobacco. But definitely don't start smoking if you're a non-smoker. Just don't even try it, because, do you know what I mean? It's a very expensive habit, it's very addictive, and it's one of those habits, like, through my life. I must have quit about 10 times in my life, and I always end up back on it. Do you know what I mean? I tried vaping, but I don't like vaping, so, you know, it's like I've got back into smoking and I'm just not quitting yet, and I don't want to, so I'm going to carry on. Right, okay, little cooking tip if you're in the UK. I tried these veggie sausages, and they were quite nice. I just had them for lunch, like, you know what I mean? So I cooked them up with, I think they were the farmer market plant-based sausages or something, and I cooked them with the stir-fry mix and dragon black bean sauce. It was actually quite a tasty meal, like, do you know what I mean? So if you want to reduce your meat, it's a good little tip if you're in the UK. Because my cooking's shit, I'll be honest with you. I'm not very good at cooking, so I just thought I'd try a little stir-fry thing. It was alright, like, you know, we didn't even have to cook it in the pan for as long as sausages. You know, they brained up quite quickly and stuff, so I used less gas as well, which is good. Right, so I filled up a list. Right, this was going to be quite a lot of environmental stuff, because there's quite a lot of important environmental things have come up. Okay, I know, what am I doing? I'm trying to play the game as well. Right, so they say Greenland is melting at a rate which has been greatly underestimated, and it's a lot worse than first predicted. So I think it was my State of Things Part 4, something like that. I went on about the Doomsday Glacier, and, you know, obviously that being a warning sign. And the environmentalists are saying, or the scientists and everything, are saying that Greenland is melting at an alarming rate. So something to take note of, right? Right. I was hoping I'd stay out of the American politics stuff as much as possible, but more stuff's come out of Trump, and he's still getting on my nerves. I just hope he fucks off eventually. Do you know what I mean? Because he's just been a total nightmare. Right, and this is what they're calling it. So Trump's destructive legacy continues, right? So he is currently bidding for a final hack at environmental protection. His administration is finishing off regulatory moves to lock in drilling, loosen wildlife protections, and roll back pollution standards. He's also being accused of bullying banks into financing Arctic fossil fuel extraction. The guy is an absolute devil. He is a devil. Do you know what I mean? I can't stand him. He's been one of the worst presidents in US history. He has been an absolute... Oh, that's my Knox doing something. Right, he has been an absolute nightmare. I just can't wait to see the back of him. Do you know what I mean? I don't, none of this shit he's coming up with now passes. Right? They're a little bit concerned about one of Biden's advisors. Right? Joe Biden, the new president who's coming in, called Cedric Richmond, because he's got ties to oil and gas, so they're concerned with it. The flip side of that, with him having ties to oil and gas, if he starts pushing the green agenda, he might actually be able to have a good impact. But then he's got to stay strong with it. Do you know what I mean? The concern is that he'll be swayed by them. So he's got to be the boss when he comes to dealing with the oil and gas. You've got to put him in their fucking place and, like, no, this is what we're doing. You're fucking sorting your shit out. That's the way he needs to be. So I understand why the environmentalists are concerned, but it could also be a good thing. Do you know what I mean? Right. In the UK, the Prime Minister's pledged to back gas boilers being banned from new homes by 2023 has been withdrawn. So I'm disappointed to hear about that in the UK. It would have been nice to see all these new homes coming in be as environmental as possible. That's the road every country's got to start going down, really. Do you know what I mean? It's just, we got to really just, sharpen all that shit up in all areas when it comes to environmentalism. Right. There's a report that the bee population is dying globally. I've said before about I'm worried about 5G and mobile phone technology. And researchers have created a first global map trying to save them. Right, so there's over 20,000 species of bees on the planet, and they're all in trouble. So the bee is looking like possible extinction globally. Right. I don't know who came up with it. My internet says Einstein, other people said it was someone else said, but it's something like, on my side it's saying it's an Einstein quote, and it's you lose the bee, man has 4 years to exist. Do you know what I mean? It's very important. The bee's a very important pollinator. Do you know what I mean? That thing with the what's it called? The Asian hornet coming in. That's a potential pollinator as well. But then on the flip side, it kills bees. So fucking nightmare, innit? Do you know what I mean? So it's like, what you do? Right. There's apparently a huge flaw in Australia's environmental laws. This is what they're saying. 2 secs, right? Huge flaw in Australia's environmental laws. With the wetlands and woodlands are going to pay the price. Now, I said in my previous video about how like Australia was mentioned when compared to African nations with its pollution. So Australia, I'm concerned because like my perception of Australia is that they've always been quite environmental, but they're obviously not as environmental as I assumed. It looks like they're doing a lot. I've said as well before about how they got rid of a sacred tree for the Aboriginal people, and even with all the shit going on, they're putting through quarries that are killing koala habitats. Do you know what I mean? So it's really concerning with Australia at the moment. They seem to be just going down a bad road. So that's something that's come up. Right. This was a report about a woman in the US government called Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, demanding that Biden delivers on the Green New Deal, right? It said .rep after it. I don't know if that means she's Republican, but if she's Republican, that's cool then, because that shows that there are Republicans that actually give a shit about the environment. And a lot of studies in America say that most Republicans are actually concerned about the environment. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with America's politics and why people vote Republican if they're concerned about the environment and they know Trump has been a total disaster, or they obviously don't know. There must be some sort of brainwashing element with regards to information in America. Because I tell you what, if I was American, there's no way I'd be voting Republican with everything I know about the Republicans and Trump and what I've seen in my life. Do you know what I mean? Right. So this is good news in the business world. This in America. Next era. They've overtaken ExxonMobil as the largest US energy company, and they're a green company. So they have actually overtaken one of the fossil fuel companies. So that's a real nice sign that the tide's turning. Do you know what I mean? That's really good, positive news we're hearing. Right. So this was a report, right, that plant-based diets help reverse climate change. So like I've said in a lot of my videos, if you try and reduce your meat, you'll feel a lot healthier, you'll feel better. It also helps the planet. Like I said, about those like plant-based sausages. Give them a go. I've also tried these corn chicken nugget things. So they're not actually chicken. I mean, this is in the UK, and they taste just like chicken nuggets. Do you know what I mean? And I'll do things. I'll buy a bag of nuts and stuff like that. So I'm still getting a bit of protein and everything. Do you know what I mean? So if you just sort of sharpen your shop it up, but cut out a lot of the processed crap. Just be a bit healthier if you're a meat eater. I mean, obviously, if you're veg or vegan, well done. Congratulations. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's like I can't cook well enough to go that far, but if you can definitely reduce it, that's great. Like, do you know what I mean? Some bad news about COVID. It's completely out of control in the Amazon, in one of the Amazon's Brazilian tribes at the moment. So it's concern for the tribes in the Amazon. That's sad to hear. Like, I mean, I got a lot of respect for all the sort of indigenous tribes. I just see them as, good people living with good sustainability with Mother Earth, and they're all cool. Like in my eyes, they are anyway. Do you know what I mean? Right. So a billionaire UK investor, he wasn't named, but he's aiming to force hundreds of companies to act on climate change. That's really good, right? It's nice to see like the mega wealthy pushing for these things. I've also seen like a lot of things about Bill Gates trying to push for the environment. I think he said he'd pledge $20 billion if others would as well, to like the multi-rich. So do you know what I mean? It's like, it's nice to see this big shift. It's like, I got a lot of respect for like Tesla, what's his name, Elon Musk, who runs Tesla. Do you know what I mean? I think he's doing a lot of good work. Do you know what I mean? He could sharpen up certain areas. I think he was thinking about going into putting microchips in brains, which I think sounds a bit dodgy. Maybe I'd like to see him scrap that and just focus completely on environmental stuff. He could do a lot of good work for the world. Moving on to that, there was a report that Tesla's company are doing smart neighborhoods with solar roofs, looking to be as environmentally as efficient as possible. This is really good news. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm really glad to hear stuff like that. I remember seeing a Joe Rogan video with Tesla, Elon Musk, and he was kind of shitting up Joey Diaz a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Because Joey Diaz is cool and all, he's funny and everything, but he's got like a good cheeky thing about him. But he was actually seeming to be shitting him up a little bit, because he was kind of sort of saying, I've been trying to get them all to slow the fuck down, and it's not looking good. And this was a while back. Do you know what I mean? So America is waking up. A lot of people are waking up that things are not good. The planet is not running well. We need to sort our shit, right? So the mink culling, they all burned them in gas chambers in Dutch fern farms. Just brings back memories of the Holocaust. That's if you want to watch a really good documentary, BBC did a documentary on Auschwitz. I watched it on DVD years ago. Do you know what I mean? And it really just opens up your mind to how fucking horrific the Holocaust was. It went into so much detail. It was just an absolute fucking nightmare. Hitler was just a total cunt, like, do you know what I mean? So anyone looking at the argument of what he did, you just have to look at how polluted he fucking was as well, as genocidal and just a fucking evil cunt. And perfect example in my mind of extremist atheism. He went false god. Instead of people bowing to the Father, it was Heil Hitler. Very dangerous. It's warning sign. Never forget. Right. What else then? Right. So this is saying most Americans believe the human population is driving wildlife extinction. So that was a report done. So a lot of people are aware that in America, just how bad things are. Did I hide my hero? Oh, sorry, I'm trying to play the game and read the list. Yeah, so that's good to hear that a lot of Americans are waking up. That further adds power to it. Do you know what I mean? The environmentalists are calling that they need to get Joe Biden to protect the grey wolf population, because they're badly endangered species. So the grey wolf was in trouble in America. So hopefully Joe Biden could do something about that. I mean, if you're American, definitely try and get involved in anything with that if you can. Do you know what I mean? Just kind of push the agenda, because I've seen in America their buffalo population is not good. Their wolf population is endangered. Do you know what I mean? So it's that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? What's it? Right. So I've seen a quick thing on some anti-lockdown demos are starting to happen in Germany. So something's still happening in Germany. What else is there? Right, so YouTube channel on this. Shout out to a YouTube channel. I really like his stuff. It's Sadhguru. He's a Hindu yogi, and some of his stuff I've seen in the past. I've been a little bit like, but recently he's been doing like a tour in America, and every fucking video has been excellent. Do you know what I mean? So you got his one YouTube channel called Sadhguru, and the other one's called With Sadhguru. And I just recently watched, he did a video with Maud Hurst, the actress from Vikings, who played Floki's missus. And that was nice to see her getting involved with it, do you know what I mean? Because that's a really good show, Vikings, on Amazon. If you got Amazon, watch Vikings, it's brilliant. I absolutely loved that show, it was great. Okay, so this is my perception of the problem with one of the problems with Christianity and problem with the dangers of Christianity, right? Because you see a lot online of like Christians saying, "Oh, Jesus is coming back soon," and I was thinking, how many Christians in World War II was stood there waiting for Jesus to come back? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I've always said, assumption's the mother of all fuck ups. There's no guarantee Jesus is coming back if you're a Christian. Do you know what I mean? It's best to just kind of, be a little bit like, right, I'm not gonna, wait on that just in case, like, do you know what I mean? It's obviously be nice if he came back, and I'm sure if he did, he'd be like big battle angel style, kicking shit out of everything. But it's best to just fucking be a bit more prepared than that. Do you know what I mean? And that's everything so far then, guys. Right, so I'm recording this at 2:53. Oh, it's just gone to 2:54 on the 21st of November 2020. I'll probably post it a bit later than that because I'm trying to get the Indigenous video to get a few more views. I haven't got many views at the moment. I'm probably going a bit too fast with uploads and everything. Okay, and cheers, guys.
Let there be that we would strike